Is this the change we wanted, or is this the change we envisaged to achieve last year?
I think the people who started the Aragalaya was primarily started by an urban young population in Colombo and in the suburbs of Colombo. And I think the Aragalaya was, the catalyst for the Aragalaya was the fact that these long power cuts and the queues and also the fuel shortage. So that was the catalyst for the initial occupation, right? So that to some extent, at least in the Colombo area, you don't see fuel queues anymore for various reasons. And of course, the power cuts have gone down. But if you just walk out, I always say this, right? If you go 45 minutes away from Colombo, if you go to the Katnaika, for instance, the free trade zones, where you have the free trade zone workers and so on, if you speak to them, and I speak to them on a regular basis because I'm a trade unionist, people have stopped eating. I mean, if you eat one meal per day, you are lucky. People have stopped using electricity because the tariffs are up by 200%. So these children aren't studying anymore because they can't use the light electricity in the night. So this normalcy which is being maintained, or which is being maintained through various ways, through suppression on the streets. I mean, if you do a protest on the streets, a battalion of military and police comes on, so the streets are being cleaned of any democratic protests. Then of course we saw the recent arrests of media persons, particularly from the alternative media. So the suppression, the suppression which is carried out by the state has been quite effective in terms of curtailing democratic protests against the status quo.